Earlier Zero Pollution 2050 videos covered various aspects of pollution. Before we delve deeper in the important aspects of how to finance the zero pollution solution, let's review some details covered in the earlier videos to better relate to what and why we are financing.
Part 1 covered the past and how we got here, and how in spite of many global efforts, proclamations and agreements by world leaders and officials, over the last 50 years, global pollution continues to rise and ravage the earth, causing 9 million premature deaths annually and 275 million daily of human suffering globally today. Part 2 described the situation at present and explained the Zero Pollution Solution, or ZPS. The ZPS utilizes agrivoltaics to meet all the energy needs of the world by 2050. To install this agrivoltaic system, we need less than 7% of the global farmland with a 150 terawatt agrivoltaic system generating 180,000 terawatt hours per year. An investment of $200 trillion is required for setting up this system. This includes S2S sunset to sunrise energy storage using upgraded hydro energy storage, or UHES, as explained in the UHES video released more recently. Part 3 then moves to the future as it describes the many challenges, all-round opportunities, and global benefits in using the zero pollution solution and usher in a zero pollution earth by 2050.
In addition to implementing the supply side of the energy, numerous changes are needed by the demand side also, that consumes energy directly using polluting fuels like coal, gas, oil, etc. in the various sectors. They will all have to convert to using pollution-free solar energy from the agrivoltaic system in a zero-pollution earth. Green steel, hydrogen gases, cement, glass, electric vehicles, aircraft and ships, heat pumps in the place of boilers and heaters, electric furnaces, stoves and appliances are typical examples of this conversion. They all provide immense opportunities too, as many different solutions emerge for each industry and products.
To support this conversion of the demand side of energy for a zero pollution earth, $200 trillion is needed and proposed. As one can see, huge financial requirements have to be met to implement the zero pollution solution. Where will the money to finance a zero pollution earth and eliminate pollution come from?
Today, global energy need is 130,000 terawatt hours per year for 8 billion people, or 15,000 kilowatt hours per person per year. Today, global pollution, mostly due to energy usage, causes 9 million premature deaths annually and 275 million daily of suffering. Today, the above carries a global societal cost of $36.5 trillion per year.
Therefore, any fair, just and equitable compensation towards societal costs must be a minimum of $36.5 trillion per year and excludes damage already caused by pollution and polluting facilities. This global societal cost of pollution from polluting energy sources today comes to 28 cents per kilowatt hour on the 130 trillion kilowatt hours per year of global energy use.
This global societal cost of pollution today is 36.5% of the current annual global GDP of $100 trillion and 2.8 times $13 trillion per year value of the energy market in the global GDP.
To summarize, as the people of the world suffer and die, the polluters benefit and are handsomely rewarded from these mass global murders and assaults on human life too.
For over 50 years, various governments and the United Nations have tried to control this beast known as pollution through legislative and other means, but met with very limited success as lethal pollution continues to rampage the earth as global pollution and energy use continues to grow.
It is getting clear that the present and past modus operandi is not working and needs some drastic action. Drastic action is required to halt the mass murders causing 9 million premature deaths annually and 275 million daily of suffering today that match even the World War II years. Unending discussions have led to only more human deaths and suffering for 50 years now. How much longer can these friendly discussions go on and on and on? And begs for the use of the KISS, keep it short and simple, principle.
Implementing the 1992 UN Rio Agreement Principle 16,
Polluters must pay,
or PMP, for damage and societal cost incurred is long overdue, as past alternatives have miserably collapsed, as all fail to appreciate or recognize the magnitude of the problem of global pollution that causes 2.8 times more human deaths and suffering annually than the revenue of the energy itself. Most nations have also already accepted, agreed to, or ratified the 1992 Rio Agreement, including Principle 16 too, and provides the tool needed to eliminate pollution and its lethal global effects.
The time has arrived to implement Principle 16 and a PMP levy to offset the societal costs incurred by the polluters all around the globe. A cost-neutral PMP levy of 28 cents per kilowatt hour on the 130 trillion kilowatt hours per year of energy used today will offset the societal cost of global pollution in a fair and equitable manner. Enforce principle number 16 and paid by the polluters only. The above PMP levy can finance and usher in a zero pollution earth from the 400 trillion collected in a dozen years. This responds to the early query, where will the money come from?
In conclusion, today, mankind has the ability to provide all its energy needs by using agrivoltaics alone on less than 7% of its 15 million kilometer square of farmland, with a 150 terawatt system generating 180,000 terawatt hours per year of the pollution-free electricity. The above AV system and UHES will require $200 trillion of the $400 trillion PMP levy collected in a dozen's years and supply all the energy needed by mankind in 2050. The balance $200 trillion will support all energy sectors that use polluting fuels to convert their processes, equipments, facilities, etc. to pollution-free solar electricity.
The end result of implementing principle number 16 will be a zero pollution earth that will stop the mass murders and assaults on human lives caused by pollution today. This would also restore the clear lungs, skies, waters, and land for all to enjoy, nourish, and pass on to future generations too. All this because mankind resolves and implements the polluters must pay principle, as in the 1992 UN Rio Agreement, as fast as possible.
We urge you to join the people of the world to demand implementation of Principle 16 to finance and usher in a zero pollution earth by 2050 or earlier.
Imagine all the people healthy once again.